What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video here, we're going to be breaking down exactly how you can do market research for your brand. And yes, I'm talking to you clothing brand owners as well, but this applies to every single e-commerce brand. So we're going to be breaking down exactly how you can do this to really understand your audience to a T so that you can create better ads and better messaging. So this is from one of the classes that I did within my Get Conversions Academy. So I hope you like it, you find it valuable. And if you do, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for me. All right. I'm trying to get to that 200 subscribers. Appreciate y'all. Let's get into it. All right. So yesterday I was teaching a mastermind call. And I know a lot of you guys know April. She was actually teaching at the mastermind event in New Orleans past weekend. And basically what we were talking about is, so let me share my screen real quick because I want to see if you guys actually remember this. Y'all remember when I went over this, when we talked about people don't buy products, they buy stories, identity, and emotion? Just put in the chat if y'all remember this. Yes, cool. So we talked about Supreme, right? Like people buy exclusivity. We had talked about Patagonia. People buy because of their mission. Gucci, right? People buy status. Lululemon, people buy community. All right. So, Supreme, people buy exclusivity. Patagonia, people buy values. Gucci, people buy status. Lululemon, people buy community. So what she was asking was, how can I create that for my brand specifically? So she has a 90-day journal to reach her goals in 90 days. And she was asking, how can she create like where people buy accountability from her, right? And so what I was basically telling her is like, your brand is going to be perceived by what you do and the transformation that people get from it, right? Meaning like Lululemon, the only reason why people buy into community from Lululemon is because they host a bunch of events, right? They host a bunch of events. The whole goal is to get people to work out, do yoga, all that stuff. So people buy into that community, right? With Patagonia, it's the same type of thing. Like they're all about creating a better planet. So they have like, recycled fabrics and stuff that they use for all of their products. So people that have that same desire, that same mission to actually make the planet a better place, they buy into that mission and that value that Patagonia has, right? Same thing with, Gucci and Louis Vuitton and all these other brands, right? Like people buy into that status that they create for people. All right. So like if I'm wearing a Gucci shirt, automatically people gonna think I got money, right? And that's how I want to feel when I wear it. All right. So we got to understand that your brand is going to be perceived by what you do and the transformation people get from it. All right. So something else that I was telling her is that people are very selfish. All right. We're all very, very selfish as humans. That's just how we are. Even the most selfless people that you know, and I feel like I'm a very selfless human being, but like we still, every time we do something for people, we do it because it makes us feel good, right? So that's still considering ourselves. Like we are very selfish human beings. So people don't care what you do specifically. People care about what you can do for them, all right? They only care about the transformation, the benefit that they get from buying your product. So understand that when you're marketing and you're talking about these specific features and stuff that people just don't care about, right? They care about what transformation are they going to get from buying your product, all right? And I'm using her because it was a great example. It was a great question that she had too. Was she wanted to know how she could create like that accountability. People buy accountability. And what I started thinking about later on at night is really like thinking about, is accountability something that people desire to have, like strongly desire to have? Like, do you wake up like, oh my God, I need accountability. Like I want accountability so bad, right? And then when I started thinking deeper, I was like, I don't really think that's something that people like are losing sleep over. All right. So we got to understand what desire is. All right. I want put desire in the chat. We got to understand what desire is. All right. And so for desire, it's pretty much like we don't create desire, we only solve for it. All right. We only solve for desire. We can't create desire. It's already there. Like people want a bunch of money, freedom, all that stuff. Like we don't create that for people. We only solve for it. All right. So going back to the accountability thing is like, think one step deeper. Like, is it really accountability that people want? Or is it success, reach their goals, money. Like, what is it? All right, so what's the benefit of the benefit? Like, one benefit that you get from buying this journal is that we're going to make sure we hold you accountable. But what's the benefit of the accountability, right? So you got to always think like one step deeper. Like, what's the benefit of the benefit? All right, that makes sense. That makes sense. Put it in the chat. Makes sense. Cool. All right, so understand that. So that gets me into my whole lesson for today, which is market research. All right, so this is one super important part of marketing that a lot of people skip over. It's not like the sexiest thing at all. It's, I mean, pretty boring, if I could say so myself, but it's very necessary. All right, the better you understand your ideal customer, the easier it becomes to write ads, to create offers, and to build products that sell themselves. All right. So getting into desire, what actually is desire? It's the core feeling or transformation that your customer truly wants. All right. It's often unspoken, is more emotional, and tied to their identity, their status, confidence, belonging, or freedom. All right. So let's get into market research. I want to just use like a specific product. I really want you guys to all do this along with me. So if you already have a product, that's great. So grab a piece of paper or your notes on your phone, whatever works for you. And then just pick one of your products on your website, your best selling product. And then we're going to go through this example together. All right. So the example I'm going to use, and let me get this pulled up real quick. All right. We're going to use this example right here. All right, so we're gonna use these compact seamless leggings from Bodyworks. All right, so we're just gonna write our product down. I'm gonna take this and I'm going to go back to my sheet. You guys can open up a Google Docs too if you want, or like I said, you could just use notes, doesn't really matter. And then we're just gonna put our product here, just match style. All right, so we got our product. Now you wanna write down what's your goal? Like, what's the goal of the product? All right. So I would say for this one is more so like providing comfortable and stylish activewear for women. All right. That's just a simple goal. All right. Now what you want to do is list down some of the problems that people usually face with these certain type of products. So let's just think like just some general leggings. Like what would be some problems that people have with, you know, just general leggings? So I'm gonna say one could be like they're see-through leggings. Another one could be not comfortable to work out in. See, material is rough. All right, you could just go through these. Materials rough. Let's say flimsy, fabric that rips easily. Right, I'm just writing down some stuff. So, right. It depends on the quality of the leggings to be see-through. Yeah, exactly. But you know, that could be a problem that people face with a lot of leggings. So that could be something that you call out. Like ours aren't see-through, right? Offer. So this is what we're offering with this product. So this is like seamless. It has a butt contour. These are all the stuff that you basically just put in the description. Butt lifting, breathable, compact material, high-waisted, and sweat-proof. All right, so just to name some stuff. Now for solutions they failed at, this is gonna be like things that they tried regarding leggings, but you know, just failed at. So this could just be buying activewear that basically had these problems, right? So buying activewear that was see-through, right? And then objections are going to be like things that would stop people from buying because they don't know the answer to, right? Like some objections that they might have. So like, for example, let's say you have some sweatpants. Some objections that people might have is if it's a really tall person, like, is it long enough? Like, are these pants long enough to fit me, right? So that would be an objection. So for this specific product, could be like the material of it, like if it's, you know, durable, long lasting, whatever, functionality, like can I actually, you know, work out in this, or is it just more so for to just walk around? So those could be some objections. And then desire. So what do people actually want? What we just talked about. So activewear that makes them feel confident. All right, confident and look, I'm gonna say like look sexy while working out, right? Like this is what a lot of women want. All right. So boom, this is just some quick research that we just did. Now, let me just take a pause here. I just want to make sure y'all following me. Are y'all still doing this for like y'all products right now too? Put one if y'all following me right now. Perfect. Perfect. All right, cool. So now we're about to do some deeper research. Okay. So some different ways to do research is Amazon reviews, TikTok comments, Reddit. You could use Reddit. You could look at competitors' customer reviews as well. YouTube, you can use as well. And meta ad comments. All right, like comments in people's ads. All right, so two of my favorite is actually Amazon and TikTok. All right, so let me just kind of show you guys how I do it on Amazon, and then I'll show you how I do it on TikTok. So for Amazon, all I'm going to do is look up the type of product it is. So we're just going to say leggings. Right. So now I'm just gonna find the leggings that got like some of the most reviews, like this one, but something that's a little more similar to the product I'm selling. So maybe this seamless butt lifting workout leggings. All right, so I'm gonna click on it and then I'm going to go to the reviews. So you just click on the number and then basically what you want to do is go through these reviews and find like the commonalities of what people are saying about this. So you want to look at the 5-star, but you also want to look at the 1-star stuff because you want to know what they don't like about it too. All right. So this is a really good way to just understand what people truly desire, what people truly want, and what people hate specifically about products. All right. So let's just click on 5 stars, look at the 5 stars, and I'm gonna just skim through this, but obviously, I would want you guys to just take more time and go through it. Materials thick, not see-through at all, super comfy, flattering, perfect for working out. All right. So just keep all this stuff in mind, and all the stuff that you see like over and over and over again, that's a good indication that, that's just something important that people want from a product. All right. Let's keep going. By far the best leggings. Cool. Let's see, is there any other ones? I mean, you can really just go through these comments for days. Super comfy, durable, great to stretch and do your workout. So it's easy to work out in. Then you want to go to the 1-star. All right. And then read these 1 stars. Order the medium. They run small. All right. So they're not really true to size. Fabric is thick and waxy material. Cool, run big. So that's another one. Somebody saying it doesn't fit true to size. This one, let's see, don't know if the material was kind of loose or bunching up. All right, so people talking about the material as well. Let me see, is there anything else? Sewn weird, sizing. So a lot of people talking about the sizing. All right, so sizing seems to be like a big thing with the leggings. All right, size was off. Cool. So just keep that in mind. That's stuff that you want to also add to the sheet. So like, just add it in. Sizing was a problem. Something that people really liked was it was good to work out in. All right. So yeah, do your due diligence, do some research on Amazon. Please take more time than I just did. I just want to go through this just to show you guys. Now I'm going to show you TikTok. All right. So let's go to TikTok. And this is how I do my research on TikTok. Basically, just go and search for, let's say, seamless leggings. All right. And I want to find some videos with a lot of views because that means it got a lot of comments. All right. So let me see. Just going to scroll down for a little bit. Check the front door. Let me see this one.
I just got the brand new Lululemon leggings in the mail, and
all right. So basically,
leggings without a front seam.
Let me how I like to do this is I'm just going through like the comments really. Like I just want to see what people are saying about it. So like are they squat proof? So basically, can they work out in it easily? See, obviously like this is a big one with leggings. So line shorts. Wish they wasn't so expensive. Why don't I like them? You look so good in them, but maybe something about that front waist stitching is too far down. Looks so nice. Cool, cool. I can't do the extra seam at the top of the waist, right? Like, so you really want to go through all these comments. And once again, just Similar to how we did with Amazon, just find like those commonalities. All right. So people obviously like they don't want anything see-through. That's just like a common thing. So that's something that you definitely want to make known on your product page or whether it's in the ad. So understanding, what people really want, what's important to them will allow you to, just create better messaging. All right. So this is all I do, and like this is how I do my research. There's thousands of these videos that I could just go through and just read the comments. So it's very tedious process, and it's like I said, something that a lot of people don't do, but a very vital part of marketing, right? So after we've done our research, what I want to do is just craft a story. So this is me kind of creating my ideal customer. So I'm just gonna make up this story. My customer just started going to the gym and she's feeling like she wants. So this is you like building up who your avatar is. So you want to specify what they like, just their background, what they like to do, where they like to go, all that stuff, right? She wants to be more confident and feel better about herself. They want She wants to feel sexy and supported and wants to buy new gym clothes. All right. She wants to feel sexy and supported and wants to buy new gym clothes. All right. I would even say new gym clothes that empowers her and makes her feel this way. Empowers her and makes her feel this way. All right. So then you want to talk about like what she's tried. She has tried some other gym wear in the past, but never fit her well where she felt confident in it. She feels annoyed by the process because nothing sculpts her body right and isn't comfortable while working out. So then you want to talk about your product, right? Like what your product does, how your product solves that problem. Our product, Bodyworks, seamless, compact leggings, provides activewear that is both comfortable and sexy, right? Exactly what she wants. The leggings. Then you want to talk about just like the features of it. The leggings are seamless, include a butt contour, it lifts her butt, it's breathable, with compact material. It's also high-waisted and sweat-proof. I'm just getting this from like their website, just the stuff that they offer. All right, providing the ultimate comfort. All right, so I just made up a story. You guys can just make something up, just who your ideal customer is, how they think, how they're feeling, things that they've tried that they failed at, and then how your product comes and solves that problem for them. All right. So what you can do with this story and really like this whole research thing, that's why I really like want you guys to do it, is we can use our good friend ChatGPT, right? And we can create a lot of like ad copy, messaging for our website, content ideas, like whatever it is that you need. All right. So give me a second. All right, y'all following me? Y'all follow me? Put a one in the chat if y'all following me right now. This making sense, or is this a little bit too off the rails? This too deep in the marketing game for y'all. Makes so much sense. Perfect. All right. So basically, you could just put in ChatGPT, write me a Facebook ad script for my product. Here is my research and customers. Right? So you could just get some ideas from ChatGPT. Obviously, don't copy them like word for word. This is really to just get things flowing in your brain. So yeah, you can write scripts, you can write ad copy, whatever it is. This is what you can utilize, but the biggest thing is like when you're doing this, it just helps you understand your audience better. right? So like you don't even really need to use ChatGPT. Once you understand your audience on a deeper level, like creating messaging and content just becomes so much easier. All right. Becomes so much easier. Cool. So that's it. That's how we do our research, man. So I really want y'all to make sure y'all do that. Even for clothing brands, man, like it like a lot of people think because they don't have like a direct problem solving product, they don't have to do this, but like you do, man. Like it's still a lot that you guys need to understand about your audience. All right. So